Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to my next installment of My Year 2017. My Year 2017 is an art journaling journey. It is a group on Facebook that I joined at the beginning of the year, and it is actually like a free program, art journaling program, that's going to be a year long project. And so yeah, the group is really great. I'm going to post the link down below. They have some wonderful ladies and gentlemen on there, very creative, doing lots of fun things. So go check them out when you get the chance. Now, the title of this video for the month of February is Epic Fail or Not. Okay. I sort of petered out during the month of February. Unfortunately, it kind of lost my mojo. Um, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute, or what I think needs to happen in a minute. Okay, so this is my January book. I titled it My Life. I don't know what I was thinking, but it is My Year 2017. And I had a lot of fun doing this book, a lot of fun doing it. I had, learn new things, had lots of fun experimenting and trying new things, working in various mediums, watercolor and things like that. Doing an index card. It was really just a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. So I was looking forward to February. Well, when I got to February, okay, here's the start of my book, and I am using, or was thinking I was going to use, I'll explain that a little bit later, the same type of books that, isn't that pretty? The same type of books that Gina Ahrens had been using. And I really thought that it was going to work out for me. As it turns out, it has not. And that's okay. That's okay, because that's part of the not epic fail part is that I've learned, and that's what's most important to me, is that I learn new things, learn what works, what doesn't work, things like that. So this was the cover of my year 2017 February book, and I had shown this in a ramble session. It's a book text that I Mod Podged on. I colored it in with Inktense pencil, did the background using a technique, a saran wrap technique I'd learned from Cat Hand. And it was shortly after this that I just petered out. I don't know what happened. We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day around here. And so I don't know if that's what kind of, like stopped me. I'm not really sure what happened, but I'll show you what ended up happening right now. So these are some of the things that I learned in doing this book, okay? Excuse me one second. Sorry, I am having terrible allergies today because our grass was just cut, and the oak trees are in bloom, and it's just been terrible. So anyhow, so when you open the book, like I did this last week, this is some dendritic printing that I had done a while back. It was red. It was pretty, so I decided to put it in here. I added a little pocket here, and inside here are Ian Jackson's weekly photo challenges, which I am so enjoying doing. I'm not doing them all, but I am attempting them. And pen work is something that I've never really done very much of, so I've had a lot of fun doing these. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And then this one here is I believe it was the third week, and it was the Eiffel Tower. That was kind of scary for me. So what I did was I used the what I call the charcoal transfer technique. And what I do is I print out a picture of the reference photo, and then on my computer I do a mirror image of it and print that out as well. On the mirror image, I take a charcoal pencil and I outline just the basic shape of it. Then I flip that over top of the mixed media paper and rub it in so that it transfers the image onto here. And then I can go ahead and work on all the detail work in my pen. So I still want to finish doing this. And so yeah, I had a lot of fun doing these challenges, a lot of fun doing them. Now, one of the things that I learned as well, and one of the reasons I'm going to stop using this type of book and move into something else, and I'll explain that in a minute. But one of the things that I enjoy doing is once I do a piece, I like to put on the back, what it was. It was for my year 2017. It was for the weekly photo challenge. It was for week 1 of February, and what I used, okay, and how I felt about it. Because when I first started this project, that's one of the things, or one of my goals was to try new things, to learn different techniques, to experiment and have fun. But also with that, I want to be able to write about my experience, write about what I liked, what I didn't like, why I liked it, why I didn't like it, what materials I used, all those types of things. Now, in doing it this way and writing about it on the back, I cannot then glue this into my book. Okay, it needs to be free. It needs to be free so I can see what I've written on the back. Now, I could just as easily, I guess, paste it into the book and then write about it up here, but there's something that's just not appealing to me doing it that way. I would much rather just have separate sheets and do it that way. So the next thing I learned was that I attempted to do Anne's project for her week, and yeah, this to me was part of the epic fail part. I just do not like the way it turned out. I've said it before, I have a very hard time with mixed media. And so I attempted to do it. What I did to this page is I Mod Podged a bunch of music papers on the background first. Now, the music paper was rather thick. I had to use a lot of Mod Podge, which in turn makes the page itself thick, okay? Then over top of that, I put pink and purple paint that I just simply smeared on with a credit card. And then I wanted to, do something else on the page. So I decided to do some masking. I had cut out some hearts. I temporarily stuck them on here to make a mask, had some mask stickers to put on to spell out love. And then I smeared everything with orange paint to make these, the other things kind of pop out. Then I outlined it in Posca, black Posca marker to really make them pop. And then it just kind of petered out from there. I didn't know what direction to go. I wasn't really thrilled about how this came out. And so, yeah, I was kind of stuck. So what I learned here as well is this is just a file folder. And then when I Mod Podged on top of it, what ended up happening is it's split, not all the way through, but it split, the page because it's really thick and it warped. And normally I don't care about warping and all of that, but in this case I did for some reason. Then I went ahead and did Jerry Bellini's CD little photo love thingy bonus video that she did. I thought it was so cute, and I love this picture of my husband and I really enjoy the way that this came out. As you can see though, it's bigger than the book, so it's gonna stick out. Normally that wouldn't bother me, but for some reason, again, it does. So I still love this and I want to keep this. And then the rest of the book has nothing in it. I've done nothing to it. So was it an epic fail or not? Again, yes and no. It was an epic fail in my opinion, in my perspective, because I didn't finish it and I don't like not finishing something. But it also wasn't an epic fail in my opinion, or because my perspective and my thought on it is I learned from it, and so that's what's important. So what I have learned as well is when something isn't working, change it, because make it so that it is fun, it is a fun experience, and you're learning something new and you're doing the things that you want to do. That's one of the reasons I love this group so much, is because there are no rules. You know, you can work in any type of book you want. You can do any type of art project with the themes. Anything you want. Everyone is doing something different, So I encourage you to go over to the group called My Year 2017 in the Facebook. It's a Facebook group. And so I encourage you to go over there and join. It has been a lot of fun, and I have learned a lot. And also, there is what I think I'm going to do to remedy my issue with what type of book I'm going to use. Because I like doing things on separate sheets of paper, okay? Or, like, for instance, Jerry's bonus thing, this was a separate flip-in, right? What I think I'm going to do is just make a separate book and bind it at the end of the year, okay? So what I'm going to do is probably I'm not going to pre-make the book, okay? Let me see how I can explain this. I am going to do each of the projects that I want to do in my own way, with my own interpretation, and however they come out, I'm going to collect them as the months go. Like, for instance, these, right? I will keep these and collect them. I, will write on the back what I did, what challenge it was, what week it was, all the information that I want on there. And then what I'll simply do is poke holes in it and stick it in a book, and either bind it by those little like round binder rings, that you can buy separately. And at the end of the year, I'll just have like a flip book of all the different projects and my journey through my experience in art for this year. So, and also in that way, I can take this out and I can simply poke holes in it and add that to the book. With this here, because of course I want to add this, I love this book. I'm very proud of the work that I did in this book. And so I think what I'm going to do is end up putting like duct tape down the side with a little lip on the outside and be able to poke holes in that and add it to the book as well. So that's how I'm going to do it now. I think each project is going to just be a project in and of itself. And then I will collect them throughout the months. So next month, when I do March's like flip through, I'll be flipping through the different projects that I completed that month. And then I'll be able to slowly begin to add to the book as I go. And I think that will work out best for me for this project for this year. Excuse me. So yeah, back to epic fail or not. In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. But I think the most important lesson that I learned is that if it's not working, try something new, do something else. I found that with this book, I was struggling a lot this month. And what ended up happening is I ended up quitting because I was almost forcing myself to be creative. And I don't know about y'all, but for me, I cannot force creativity. I'm either in a creative mood or I'm not. And I just felt like the type of book that I was using while excited at the beginning of the year, and I think it's wonderful for people that are like documenting their lives and things like that, like how Gina's doing. Her book is gorgeous and she's documenting her life in it. I document my life in a Fauxbonichi. So this is more like my art journey for this year. So that is what I've decided to do now, is just change the layout of my book, and we will see where it goes from there. I can't wait to see what March has in store for me and my art journey. And I thank the ladies and gentlemen on the group for being such an inspiration and an encouragement. And yeah, make sure you head over to the Facebook group, My Year 2017. I will leave a link below, and join in on the fun if you think that's something that you would like to pursue. So thanks for sharing your time with me today, and I will catch you next month for the March flip. Bye.